On this episode of Diecast Time, it's time to crack open my 2023 Diecast Model Expo Special Edition Simona DeSilvestro, Renee Gracie, Harvey Norman, Bathurst Wild Card Falcon. As you probably already know, I recently attended the 2023 Diecast Model Expo, which had some exclusive models available to purchase there. One of them was the 2015 Simona DeSilvestro, Renee Gracie, Bathurst Wild Card, Pro Drive, Harvey Norman, Supergirls car. Results weren't great for this one. Simona did qualify the car in 25th position, which was ahead of one full-timer, which was Ash Walsh in the Erebus Mercedes-Benz there. I think he may have had some issues in that practice session, but she was only 0.3 seconds off the other wild card in the race, which was the Aaron Russell, Drew Russell, Novocastrian Motorsport Commodore. In the end, though, Renee had a touch with the wall early on in the race. That put them behind the 8 ball. They did end up 40 laps off the pace. They were the last of the finishers in the race, even though some people had done more laps than them. They were classified as a finisher as they crossed the line, whereas some of the other cars, although doing more laps because they had crashed out, they're not classified as finishers. Anyway, this car is probably more famous for the fine that it got Dave Reynolds. He referred to it as the pussy wagon during the week. He got a $25,000 fine and was probably ultimately the reason that he got dumped from Pro Drive at the end of that year. They did have to make way for Cam Waters coming into the squad, and kind of Dave, with that comment, put his hand up saying, please fire me. I'd like to be the one that gets kicked out at the end of the year. You can keep Mark Winterbottom and Chaz Mostert, and I'll be the one to be kicked out. But yeah, most people do refer to this now as the pussy wagon. The certificate of authenticity was kept separate on this. I forgot to actually ask why that was. I suspect it was because Renee was at the Model Expo to sign things. I didn't hang around. She was coming in on the Sunday. I went in on the Saturday. Not too fussed about getting things signed. But yeah, certificate of authenticity separate on this one. I got number 169 of 402, so there was quite a few of them. You pretty much, if you turned up, you could get one of those, and most of the models on the day were around that kind of number. But let's crack it open and have a good look at it. So here it is. With my recent track record of popping open doors and boots not going to plan, I'm a little bit reluctant to do it with this one. These actually don't have an opening boot, which is a little bit disappointing, but I don't mind because the fit and finish on it means that it is better. Fit and finish on this is actually pretty good. The cars look really good. Hopefully it's coming out on camera. Yeah, they just look really, really good. Paint jobs and that. Even though it wasn't the most spectacular car, Authentics have done a really good job on this. I am very impressed. This is the first FGX from them, I think, that I've unboxed. I have got a couple of others that are still sat in their boxes unopened. I know, as ridiculous as it sounds, but I had picked up a couple of them while I was moving and didn't want to crack them open, and yeah, they'll be coming in videos later. But yeah, there it is. The FGX Supergirls Wild Card Pussy Wagon from Bathurst. Just really, really happy with that. Yeah, great addition to the collection. So that's my review of the Authentic Collectibles Simona DeSilvestro, Renee Gracie, Supergirls, FGX Falcon. I've just had a quick look through my collection, and I do have the Mark Winterbottom 2015, I think it's the Sandown winner, from Authentic Collectibles, but I do also have the Scott McLaughlin Bianti FGX Falcon. So when I get the time, I will crack those two open, and we can compare the how they've done them differently, and yeah, whose is better, because it is quite interesting nowadays looking at very closely the ones from the different brands and how they stack up. But yeah, this is really good job. My only real criticism on it, if I have to find one, just on the rear wing, the spacing, it does sit out just tiny little bit from the boot space. But yeah, that's only when you look at it on certain angles, you can notice it on the white table. But other than that, very impressed with this model, and I'm really happy to have it in the collection. I've also got a Simona DeSilvestro Nissan, and I'm going to pre-order the wild card from her campaign from this year's Bathurst as well. But yeah, down in the comments, let me know, did you get a chance to grab this one from the Model Expo, or are you going to try and pick it up on the second-hand market? But until next time, I'm still Dave, and I'll catch you later.